Hello learners! The first topic of this unit contains the discussion about computer memory organization. This topic is divided into two subtopics. The first subtopic contains the description about primary memory, and the second subtopic contains the description about cache or secondary memory and how do they operate. In today's lecture, we shall look at how the computer memory is organized. In our daily lives, we need to remember things. For that, we use our mind, or if we are unable to remember, we keep things in a notebook. These notebooks are then stored in our cupboard. Similarly, computer uses space to store instructions and data, which is called computer memory. So, at this point, one thing is clear, that we need some space to store the data or things. Now the question is, whenever we store data or things at any place, we need to organize them. Similarly, computers have a way of organizing the data. This is known as computer memory organization. We can say that computer memory is a storage space to hold instructions and data. Memory is said to be the most prominent part of a computer. Memory can be considered to be organized in a collection of rows. Each row represents a memory location. Typically, this is equal to the word size of the architecture. In general terms, data within main memory can only be read or written as a single row, memory location at a time. For a 96-bit memory, memory can be organized as 12 by 8 bits or 8 by 12 bits or 6 by 16 bits or even as 96 by 1 bits or 1 into 96 bits. Next, take an example of 8 into 12 bits organization in which 8 rows and 12 columns are used to represent 96 bits memory area. Now a question arises in your mind that what is a bit? As we represent our data in the form of things and symbols, similarly computer represents its data in the form of zeros and ones, as we have already discussed. So this 0 or 1 is known as a bit. This is a commonly used memory unit in a computer. Bit, that is small b, is a collection of single binary digit, that is either 0 or 1. 1 represents an on status, while 0 represents an off status. So, what is byte? Collection of 8 binary digits is called a byte. So commonly used memory units in a computer are nibble, collection of 4 binary digits; byte, collection of 8 binary digits; word, commonly 32 binary digits but maybe 64; half word, half the binary digits of a word; double word, double the binary digits of a word. Now, let's look at byte-addressable memory, which means 16-bit word is equal to 2 bytes, 32-bit word is equal to 4 bytes. Some architectures, however, use byte-addressable memory. Here is an example of a main memory with 16-bit memory locations. In the diagram, each row is of 16-bit, means 8 plus 8 bit each for 2 bytes. As it is the best storage place for a computer user to save different types of information, there are several types of storage media. Some of the storage media can store information temporarily, while others can store information permanently. Memory is characterized as primary memory, which consists RAM and ROM, cache memory, secondary memory, which consists hard disk, CDs, DVDs, pen drives, etc. Primary memories are semiconductor memories, faster than secondary memories and cheaper than cache memory. Now, let's look at these memories in detail. Primary memory. Primary memory, also known as the main memory, it is the internal memory of a computer. Random access memory or RAM. Read-only memory ROM are both types of primary memory. It provides the main working space to the computer to store its data while performing tasks for users. It is non-addressable by the user. RAM and cache fall under the category of volatile memory. Memory is said to be volatile if the data written on it is lost on power failure or the machine or PC shut down. While on the other hand, ROM is non-volatile in nature and stores data permanently even when the system is switched off. Let's talk about random access memory RAM. RAM randomly select and use any storage location for storage and retrieval of data. RAM is also called a read or write memory because data can both be read from and written onto these units. It is volatile. That is, whenever the power is turned off, the data gets lost. RAM can be used to perform normal operations of a computer after loading and starting the operating system. Based on the technique used for storing data, RAM is categorized into the following types: DRAM, dynamic RAM; SRAM, static RAM. Next is DRAM, dynamic RAM. Dynamic random access memory is a type of RAM that stores each bit of data in a separate capacitor within an integrated circuit. The capacitor can be either charged or discharged dynamically. The DRAM storage cell needs to be refreshed or charged after every few milliseconds to compensate for charge leaks from the capacitor. SDRAM, synchronous DRAM, is a form of DRAM that is synchronized with the clock of the CPU's system bus. Next, we will look at SRAM, static RAM. Static random access memory is a type of RAM that has the capability to retain data bits in its memory as long as power is supplied to it. Unlike DRAM, SRAM stores data in a transistor, so it does not need to be periodically refreshed. Read-only memory ROM. In this memory, data is permanently stored. The information can only be read and new data cannot be written. However, the contents of the ROM are not lost even when the power is turned off, that is non-volatile. Such type of storage memories are also called as field stores or permanent stores. ROM comes in the form of a chip. Once information is stored on a ROM chip, it cannot be changed or altered. A ROM is used to perform the bootstrapping operation of a computer. ROM memory has various models which we shall discuss further. PROM, EPROM, EEPROM. PROM. Programmable read-only memory can store large amount of data, but the data written to it cannot be erased. This type of read-only memory maintains chips on which the data can be written only once, but it can be read many times. EPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory, overcomes the problems of PROM. The data written on EPROM can be erased by passing it under ultraviolet UV light. EROM can be reprogrammed. It is commonly used to store the boot programs of a computer called the firmware. EEPROM, electrically erasable programmable read-only memory, can also be erased. EEPROM uses an electrical beam to erase its data. Let's now discuss the advantages of primary memory. These are semiconductor memories. It is the working memory of the computer. It is faster than secondary memories. It is cheaper than cache memory. We will now follow advantages with disadvantages of primary memory. Is volatile. Has a high cost because transistors are used. Its size is usually less than secondary memory. This lecture on memory, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.